But you should be able, if I'm starting yes, that's what we were going down at okay? Okay, if you haven't switched, go ahead and switch. Remember, right at him, right at him. Yeah, we did it. Okay. Let's see. Now. Yeah, right? Cool. Looks good. There you go. Okay. Not bad. What's happening a little bit is you're losing, and that's fine. The turn is part of that. The turn is the first part. The other part ends up being the back. Okay? Big part of this is learning.
One more time.
It doesn't matter.
We don't understand a lot of times how to control that, how to keep our balance.
Well, no, I've just, I disengaged or whatever. I've always worked on some big strong guys. Yeah. And I've always thrown.
Exactly. Whenever you stop, what position should you be in?
Defense.
Back to your position.
Center.
Okay?
Center.
You got it. Back to where your defense and your offense is perfect. You got to remember that in your head. Okay? This fight lasts for an engagement. It may last 15, 20 minutes, but it lasts for an engagement. As soon as we're disengaged, you have a new fight. Except you know a little bit more about your opponent now. But it is a new fight. If you start it like your old fight, you're heading down the wrong road. You need to get back to perfect form, perfect defense, perfect offense. Okay? If I throw shots and defend from here 90% of the time, how good am I going to be from here? Right. Not so much. So why do I end up staying in that position? Because I'm not thinking. Okay? Back to your position. So there's a couple of people said once they fell into this position, their feet widened out. That was dangerous. It's not a terrible thing. My feet might widen out, but then I just get back into where I'm supposed to be. Okay? You're already disengaged. You already went into the void. Now you have time to get back in a good position. So do it. Don't get into a place where you're throwing from a different style, different position every time. Well, you know, some people are actually very good at that, but in this case, perfect blocking, perfect offense, and that starts as every one of us gets, we're like, ready, and we're all set. We're like, okay, here I am. This is my perfect place. Go! Ah! Okay, now we break. Now we're like, all right. Oh, hey, the fight's already going. I already have bad form. I might as well keep it going. All right? No, fight's a new fight. Make it that way. Okay, who wants to try the hardest part of moving your center? Okay, this is the go backwards part. And we're going to work this one really slow at first because I guarantee you, and don't be afraid if you fall on your butt a few times or whatever. Going backwards is probably the hardest thing to do in almost anything we do, especially in the way if you're pulling your hip into the void that's behind you. Because now your feet are catching up with you. Okay? Now, it is not this. What happens when you're driving your shoulders backwards?
You're going to fall.
Oh, you're going to fall. It's a bad place. Okay? We already said what happens when you're driving your feet forward. When you're driving with your feet, right? We get a small tilt. Okay? Some people get a huge tilt. So in this case, all we're going to do is we're going to do it really slow. We're going to shift, almost like we're sitting in a no seat, and we're just going to go back a couple spaces. Okay? You don't have to run backwards a long way. Okay? But this is what ends up, that forward and backwards motion ends up allowing you to control your opponent. We're going to actually practice this, okay? Actually, I picked on him before.
He likes it.
There's one over here. Everybody can see. Everybody see over here for a second? All right. How many people are chasing somebody can never catch up to them? Go ahead, you go back. Hey, can't catch up to them. Right? So we just keep running, or we stop. We're understanding how movement works. I will catch up to him this time, hopefully. He might be smarter. Ready? Go ahead. What happened? Shoot! I know, because I got too close. Okay, when I hesitated, what does he do?
Stop.
Slows down, yeah. Okay? Now, how about this? He's right on me. This time you're going, he's right on me. Stay on me, come on. Can't get this guy off. He's like glue. Right? Okay, ready? Stay on me. Come on, stay on. Okay? What happens? Staying on. Okay? Flutter and shove. So what we're ending up is we're controlling our opponent by using feet, right? By using motion. And that's why footwork is so important. Because I could run backwards all day and he's going to stay with me because it's very difficult to run as backwards as fast as somebody's running forward. What we have to do is we have to use that to do different stuff. I mean, in this case, go ahead, stay on me again. We could use something we know. Okay? Okay, we could use something we know. Okay? We try it. He may fall for it, he may not. Okay? But at least we understand what we're doing. Now the funny thing is, I bet you a bunch of you guys are already doing stuff like this. Okay? Here's a case where you understand what you're doing and you can explain it to others as you do it. Okay? That's a most important piece of this is to communicate with the people you're training. The sooner you communicate about footwork, the better they're going to be about controlling and about moving and about being in good form. Body straight, all those things. Okay, this case we don't necessarily need people, everybody, same lines, and then I want everybody just to stagger over. Okay, just stagger so you're not across from anyone anymore. There we go. Okay, now anybody who doesn't have their back to me, turn their back to me.
No, we were staggering, so we're...
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We're going to try to shift first, because this is actually the part that's most uncomfortable. Okay, everybody standing there, knees bent. I want you to take your butt and almost sit like you're sitting in a chair. Where do you want to go? Backwards. Don't your feet want to go backwards, don't they? Exactly. Okay, everybody stop. Back up a little bit. A lot of people got it right off the first bat. Who's having trouble with that? Raise your hand. Okay, let's try it again. I'm going to do it really slow. We're going to take 3 or 4 steps and you're going to stop. Everyone, sit, shift, and go. And stop when you want to. Make sure your feet are close together, because if they're too far apart, what happens? Off balance, you can't move. Okay? And let's try it again. Everybody, sit, and go. Don't worry about crossing your feet. Excellent technique. Okay, shift your hip into the void and go. And do not be afraid about crossing your feet. Faster. Yeah. Okay, be careful of the people around you. Okay? We are facing, you all should have your back to me, except for the people behind me. All should have your back to me now. Okay. And shift your weight and go. All right. Now I still see a little bit of this. Okay, everybody? Be careful. When I say shift your weight, I really mean here I go, here I go. Oh my God, I'm falling. Okay? Shift your weight doesn't mean I'm shifting, I'm comfortable. Now I can push with my toes. All right? That's the first time I did it. That's the first time you did it right, when you started falling, right? Okay? Now, again, the good part about this, who's ready to try it a little bit fast again, backwards? All right, you ready? Slow again, everybody going towards the big pet backwards, okay? Really slow. If everybody bend your knees. If you're not bending your knees, you're going to end up leaning back with your shoulders because you can't move your hips. Okay? And all I'm going to say is sit, 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 and when you start falling, you go. Okay? Sit, 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 go. There you go. Ah! Good. You hit a hole or you just fall down? Okay? All right. Now, in this case, what's happening when we go backwards is we're able to do a lot more stuff than before. Okay? before, what would happen is we start going backwards in a couple of different ways. We can do it, but we're, okay? Again, look at, because of my body position, angles high become difficult, okay? And angles high while you're going backwards are bread and butter. Because the guy running at you is doing this. And his feet is down, boy. Exactly. So as soon as you get into this, and I'll teach this, is I'll go backwards. Okay? Notice how light that ends up feeling at the end? Now it's just like, hey, no big deal. I got total control of what I'm doing. Okay? Take some practice. All right? And I know there's lots of different training techniques. I am always of the one, I don't care if you cross your feet as long as you end up in a position that you're comfortable in, that you're defensive and you're offensive, and it's a place you're supposed to be starting in. Okay? I don't care if you don't want to do that. You just have to make sure when you're doing this that you still, that foot wants to stay forward, that's fine. Just make sure that your body is still pulling them and not pushing them. Does that make sense? Okay. Everybody back with their partners for one last run of stuff, and I'm going to show you what this is. Get somebody away from you.
Remember you.
Okay? I want everybody right up to each other like you're fighting in close range. Can you stand in that hold for just a second? Just make sure nobody falls in.
I move a lot anyway.
All right? All right, everybody at close range. Good. Now, what I want is as soon as these guys, when I say, I'll do the same thing. Bend your knees, sit, 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 and as soon as that guy goes, you guys stay on him. Okay? Ready? Back towards me. Ready? And sit, sit, sit. Stay on him. Okay, hold. All right?
Don't go that way. I will tell you exactly what happened. Melee instinct took over. I had somebody chasing me, and I saw a movement out of here. I'm like, if I cut behind him, it'll completely cut this guy off.
Old guy instinct. I'm like, somebody's behind me.
Sorry for the guide, but
No.
Yeah, almost like falling, right? Don't be afraid to fall. It's not going to hurt you. Come on. Control the fall. Uh-oh. Maybe it's going to hurt. Oh, here. Yeah, one more time. I'll be your partner. Okay? Do that one more time. This time you're going to push them off you. What you're going to do is you're going to start flowing backwards. You're going to stop, and then you'll start flowing backwards again. So what happens in this case is, here we are. Very hard not to stop, isn't it? Okay, so you stop, you're still low, and then you kick your hip, you fall back into void again. Okay, doesn't have to be full speed, about 3/4 speed is fine. You guys ready? Again, same people running backwards, same people running forward. And anytime you want to stop, after about 3-4 steps, stop and then back up again. Ready? And go.
You totally went not to stop.
You did. You totally went.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Sorry. How was that? Anybody? Did that work for anybody?
No. He tilted his head back. Eyes got like,
Did that work for people?
Yes, very much.
Everybody kind of understands.
That's awesome.
He snapped his head back.
Let's do it the other way.
No, he stopped. Oh shit! Waiting for the shot.
Ready?
He's
We're
gone.
gonna do it. The other person gets his chance.
Ready? It's your turn.
Everybody, bend their knees.
No, no back.
And sit, sit, sit. Not even just towards their
Again, you went like.
Maybe if they're thinking about stopping and throwing something, you're not
Okay? Let's do it the other way. In this case, what's going to happen is I'm going to run at somebody, and we're going to stretch this out a little bit. And then here's the case. We're going to take about this far away. As soon as this guy starts moving, okay, your job is to stay exactly this far away. I want to be closer. Ready? And go. Okay? So, again, what we're doing is we're shifting our opponent. We're controlling our opponent there, aren't we? So who has control wins. Right?
Right.
Okay? All right. This side here will be the guys trying to keep the distance. That side will be the ones trying to close the distance. Everybody understand what that means? This side will be doing the quick hesitation. Again, this my side. This isn't just about running backwards. You run backwards, can I hit the guy? No. This side's idea is about staying in an engagement. And everybody, bend your knees. And go. See where I'm going?
Camera okay? Yeah.
First, who had their opponent stop for them as soon as they hesitated? Did anybody, when they were running at them, were able to close range? Were you able to finally close range on your opponent? Okay. Again, this key here is that your job is not to just run away. Your job is to stay near your opponent, but not let him any closer than where you are. All right? So we're going to do that same thing. My job is catch up, obviously. Okay, everybody bend their knees. This is the other person getting their chance. Okay, his job is to... Wait, what are we doing? He's staying away. My job is to catch up to him. Okay, everybody bend your knees. And go. It's still hard, isn't it?